on cash at the Federal Reserve, sitting on cash at the Federal Reserve, and sitting on cash at the Federal Reserve.
Good morning, Bitcoin. Today is Saturday, February 13th, 2021. My name is Thomas Hunt, and here's what's happening today in Bitcoin. Morgan Stanley may bet on Bitcoin in $150 billion investment arm. Microstrategy begins hiring for Bitcoin data product. But first, the price of Bitcoin is down 1.7% in the last 24 hours, with a last of 47,059, a high of 48,209, and a low of 46,255. That's $1 for 2,125 Satoshis. Volume was at 5,701 Bitcoins trading hands. The market continues to lean long, with 94% of the market heading that direction. Bitcoin dominance was at 58.77%. Morgan Stanley may bet on Bitcoin in $150 billion investment arm. Counterpoint Global Unit is weighing whether the asset is suitable. More mainstream firms are accepting Bitcoin amid the recent rally. A $150 Morgan Stanley investment arm known for its prowess in picking growth stocks is considering adding Bitcoin to its list of possible bets. Counterpoint Global, a unit of Morgan Stanley Investment Management that's racked up wins in mutual fund rankings, is exploring whether the cryptocurrency would be a suitable option for its investors, according to people with knowledge of the matter. Moving ahead with investments would require approval by the firm and regulators. Morgan Stanley's affirmation would put the heft of an almost century-old marquee Wall Street name behind a volatile asset class that's still struggling to win acceptance in much of the traditional financial industry. But a fourfold jump in 4 months has stoked customers' interest, making the digital asset even harder to ignore. After catching the attention of hedge fund moguls, including Alan Howard and Paul Tudor Jones, cryptocurrencies have recently made headway with more mainstream firms such as MasterCard Incorporated and Bank of New York Mellon Corporation. Just this week, Tesla Incorporation, the leading maker of electric cars, also got behind Bitcoin with a $1.5 billion investment and plans to start accepting the cryptocurrency as payment. A spokeswoman for Morgan Stanley declined to comment. The review could ultimately result in Morgan Stanley opting to stay away from Bitcoin. Previous rallies in the cryptocurrency have also attracted flurries of Wall Street interest, only to fizzle. Much of the industry's skepticism centers on Bitcoin's unpredictable price swings and the lack of things it can buy, more than a decade since its creation. But faithful followers have felt vindicated this year. Billions of dollars have been pouring into the cryptocurrency through vehicles, including the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. Even institutional investors barred by the rules of their funds from holding Bitcoin directly have turned to such trusts. For Wall Street firms, an inability to offer Bitcoin to those clients raises the risk of losing them to other managers. That may spark fresh discussions in the industry about opening up to the asset. Counterpoint Global, led by Dennis Lynch, has expanded with a simple sounding mantra of betting on unique companies whose market value can increase significantly. Enthusiasts would argue that approach fits well within Bitcoin. The group oversees about 19 funds, of which 5 delivered gains in excess of 100% in 2020. Its mutual funds have consistently made the top tier of rankings in recent years. Last year's unusually high returns were aided by bets on companies benefiting from the pandemic, such as e commerce and streaming entertainment. Prominent investments included Amazon.com, Shopify, Slack Technologies, Zoom Video Communications, and Moderna. Despite its size, the group relies on concentrated investments and has stakes in just about 200 companies. Microstrategy begins hiring for Bitcoin data product. After buying 71,079 Bitcoins, the business intelligence company is building its first Bitcoin related software project. MicroStrategy is moving to assemble a blockchain analytics team. It would be the first Bitcoin related software project from a company best known as for CEO Michael Saylor's whopping bet on Bitcoin as a reserve asset. The firm, based in Tysons Corner, Virginia, put out calls on LinkedIn Friday for a blockchain data analyst and blockchain data engineer, explaining in job postings that they will join a team building an analytics platform with advanced metrics and insights for Bitcoin. MicroStrategy hinted last November its interest in building blockchain data products and even stated its intention to hire for them. Executives did not go public then with positions of interest and remained largely mum on program specifics, describing it as a potential data offering at the time. But Saylor has been vocal about perceived deficiencies in Bitcoin's data. He declared October that garbage market data was holding Bitcoin back. Where can you find something so incredibly compelling that has such bad data around it relative to other assets? Saylor said at the time. For a man who spent much of last week all but pleading for his fellow CEOs to adopt the Bitcoin standards, there's an obvious and vested interest in improving upon the garbage. MicroStrategy did not respond to a request for comment by press time. The dual hirings add a rough picture to what could eventually become a commercialized intelligence offering for digital assets beyond just Bitcoin. MicroStrategy wants analysts experienced with public, private, and permissioned blockchains. Bitcoin's network is public and permissionless. The product would also produce shareable, digestible analytical insights, the listings indicate. MicroStrategy's new engineer would be responsible for developing software capable of turning troves of data into visualizations that can be shared with broader audiences. The job posting MicroStrategy to capitalize on Bitcoin sailor mania through the software intelligence space, which, as is so easy to forget for a company with 71,079 Bitcoin on its balance sheet, is the firm's long standing business expertise. The price of Bitcoin is down 1.54% in the last 24 hours, with a last of $47,045, a high of $48,209, a low of $46,255. That's $1 for 2,127 Satoshis. Volume was at 5,606 Bitcoins traded, about average for a Saturday. The market continues to lean long, with 94% of the market heading that direction. Bitcoin dominance was at 58.76%. There's still a chance to donate to the new laptop fundraiser. All you have to do is scan the QR code on your screen and donate with the on-chain Bitcoin network. Or you can donate with the Lightning Network like I'll do right now. I've got my wallet of Satoshi right here. I'm going to pull up the QR code. Remember, with the Lightning Network, you have to create the invoice first. So here we go. create that invoice. Here we go, Tallycoin. Here we go. Is it going to let the plugin run? Will it let the plugin run today? You're killing me, plugin. Blame the software. This time for sure. So click the button to generate the invoice. Don't have any plugins that interfere with it. And it loads in half a second. I have too many plugins that interfere with what runs. So you scan the QR code there with your wallet of Satoshi or your favorite Lightning wallet, click pay, and the Lightning Network sends just that quickly. No problem at all. Lightning Network. Thanks so much for donating, and thanks for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.
There's an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve. There's an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve. There's an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve. There's an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve.